I get asked quite a bit, what's different about Help Bridges International, HBI? What's different about us is that we're fully grounded in the knowledge that we are caretakers for the next generation. The work we do is not measured in days or weeks, it's measured in years and decades. And because of that, we walk beside the communities and the children and the families that we serve to help them build the lives they deserve. The Peru of 30 years ago is nowhere near the Peru of today. 30 years ago, the country had just come out of the Shining Path. Things were in great disruption. And when we started working in Peru, we realized that our best utilization of the skills and knowledge that we had was to bridge resource with need. Resource is abundant, and need is as well. But if there's a bridge that can connect those two things, then lasting change is possible.
HBI ensures that a child knows what it means to be loved and cared for, and it ensures that children are around people who are committed to them. And so I see that in our directors, and I see that in our staff. Our cooks, caregivers, teachers, maintenance workers, they're all committed to the children, they know the children, and that's where I see a huge difference. A donor's gift today means supporting a child for a lifetime. And so when a donor gives, that means a child can look forward to relying on us for as long as they want or need to.
Donor support is critical. The difference that you make as a stakeholder in this work is that you're actually helping us to advance the care, security, and protection of vulnerable children. And we as an organization, we're committed to working with communities, local experts, sustainable organizations to develop evidence-based programs that protect and support vulnerable children. Because we believe ultimately that every child should have access to a life built on health, hope, home, and purpose.
Donor support allows us to explore each child's individual interests in a very unique way. And so one situation we've had is with one of our children in our Cusco home who loves and is obsessed with biking. It's his passion, it's his talent. And through donor support, he's actually been able to take that further and start competing at a national level and find his place in the world, really. And so through donor support, things like that allow us to ensure that children feel seen and heard in a very unique way and help them grow into who they were really made to be.
I'd like to share a story about one of the children in our program. I'll call him Marco. We'll change his name to help to preserve his integrity and his anonymity. Marco came to us at the age of 4 years old. He came to us from a city high in the mountains on the border with Bolivia, Puno, near Lake Titicaca, a city that sits at well over 12,000 feet. It's cold, it's damp, and the sun seems to barely shine. At 3 years of age, Marco lived on the streets by himself. He lived near a small market community, and some of the women in the market helped to feed him, provided him some care. But for nearly a year, Marco lived on the streets by himself. We can't let the Marcos of the world be left alone. No matter what we think, they deserve the future, a future filled with hope. Because of your support, your generosity, we are able to run a program that now has over 40 staff, that runs 2 houses, that has one of the largest train-the-trainer programs in the entire country of Peru to train nurses, midwives, and physicians in newborn resuscitation. We have a thriving academic side that does research into best practices for working with children. We can dedicate the time and the energy to care for each child, for each Marco, no matter where they are, so that they have a life
I really would hope that donors and potential donors could see just the true impact that they are making in a life. It's not just for today and it's not just for tomorrow. It's not for the school year. It's for the future of a child who becomes an adult and then an instrument in change in Peru.
If I could say one thing to a person that was considering making a donation today, I would say, trust us. When you invest in Health Bridges International, you're investing in an organization that has over 30 years of on-the-ground experience, an organization that served over 250,000 lives, an organization that builds sustainable programs based on evidence, working with local communities and experts for the future. What we do together now is about more than serving just one child. It's about changing child welfare for millions of children